What's going on, everyone? We are back, but this time we've got Han 2 with some new additions from the new set. Now I can sit here and I can play Han Blue and add a couple cards, okay? Or I can play ECL Han and add a lot more and way more fun, okay? And that's what we're doing. So a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. I love the ideas you all are coming up with, but I gotta talk about Han and what new additions today we've got. So obviously ECL, we've got all the classic ECL options, but in terms of new cards, the first one's gotta be Queen Amidala. That's the first one we gotta talk about. 4 resources in our deck. You get a 5/1, but then you also get 2 spy tokens, and Queen Amidala is unlikely to die, so they're not gonna be able to hit her. They're gonna have to kill through the spy tokens first. So it's a lot of value, a lot of power on the board, and can really take over a game. We also have Ziton Moj. If we're just playing this and then claim initiative, we just get a free 2 damage. We're a pretty aggressive deck, especially with Energy Conversion Lab. So that's like a free 2 damage that we can really use and kind of clean up in some cases. We also have Kazuda. Kazuda's a great one. 3 resource. You get a 2/4 with Raid 2. And if they're ramping, it's a 6/4, which is absurd on turn 2. We also have Republic Oryx Starfighter. It's just a turn 1 4/1. Just a grit unit. Nice, very aggressive unit in some matchups that can matter, especially the Power of the Dark Side matchups where you're like, I don't care, my unit's going to die anyways. I just got a 4-powered unit. And we also have Karis Nemec as a unit. This one, obviously, really good when you're a more aggressive deck. Just get a free spy token. Nice turn 1 play. In terms of non-units, we've got Sudden Ferocity for Han deploy. Aggressive Negotiations, since we are kind of playing 1 card a turn. This is oftentimes going to hit for 3. So it's a 3 resource plus 3/0, which is very good. It's basically our version of Surprise Strike since we can't run Surprise Strike. Got a couple of copies of some, old cards that we're used to. Podameron Wrecker as our ECL targets, or Guerrilla Attack Pod as a readied up immediately. Very powerful unit. Kelleran Beck if it happens to go a little bit later on in the game. K2, Sabine, Battlefield Marine, Cassian. We do have a small Rebel package. I am running Fleet Lieutenant in those small cases where, well, you do happen to have a Rebel unit out. You play this for 2, get a 3/1. You get to attack in for +2 damage. And we're going to see what we could do with Han. Hyper aggressive, love ECL, and of course, love the new cards. Let's get in some games. Alrighty, into game number 1 here. We're going to keep this hand, although I don't think it's particularly strong. We do have like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I think I'm going to resource the K2, keep one of the wreckers around. They do have Pride, which is kind of obnoxious. We'll pass. Blue Leader could be good. I'm going to resource the other Karis. I don't mind a Blue Leader here. We'll see what they decide to do. They're going to attack. I'll take 1 into Karis, 1 onto the ECL. We'll take another one. So that's 4 total damage with the Boba Fett trigger. I mean, that is a lot of damage. My goodness. We will attack, kill Pride, reveal the Wrecker, get ourselves a readied up spy token. And we'll see what my opponent's got as a follow-up. Super Laser Technician. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if I really care about that. We'll go ahead and play Podameron and attach the Podameron to the X-Wing. We'll pass. Ziton Moj could potentially be pretty good. I don't think Kelleran Beck is going to be like all that great. But I don't think Blue Leader is also going to be that great. So I'm just going to go ahead and resource the... Okay. Are they going to kill their own Super Laser Technician here? Okay. They are. Let's go ahead and attack it with a spy token and see what my opponent decides to do afterwards. I'm going to claim initiative. Okay, we're going to kill the IG then. We're going to play Queen Amidala. And then we're going to pass. Okay, Guerrilla Attack Pod could be good. We can get Wrecker down. The only thing is my opponent could have like a crazy turn where they go like play a unit, flip Boba, and do something insane. I mean, there's so many different things that could go wrong here. Boba Fett's action to flip and get some damage out is going to be real bad for us. We'll see what they have, though. Ideally, they don't have a unit that can't live through... Or ideally, they don't have any unit that can live through X-Wing. Okay. We'll take a little bit of damage here. They are going to obviously flip boba, kill a bunch of my units. They're going to go 1, probably 1, 2. That's, or I guess they could go 1 and 1, and then they have an extra damage on a spy token. I mean, Queen Amidala here, even if the spy token dies, that's 7 power that we got on the board. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And then this will be immediately readied up because of the 15 or more damage on a base. Opponent deciding how to divvy up their 4 damage. I mean, if they have Overwhelming Barrage, it's kind of over anyways. Oh, what? That's how they decided to do that? Okay, they're undoing. Well, I mean, they made a mistake, I guess. It's hard to divvy up that damage sometimes, you know? Sometimes it's hard. They're gotta go 1, 1, and then 2. Wow, they go 1, 1. Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. So get in for 2 and get in for 5. Deploy Han. Attack in. Deploy Gorilla Attack Pod. Get in for another 6. And I mean, that's a lot of damage, right? That is a lot of damage. And we're going to be able to deploy Caloran Beck this turn, potentially. Even if they have Overwhelming Barrage, they're going to go 4, 1, 2. And then Han lives, so we get in for 3 at least. There's Overwhelming Barrage. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, actually, we lost, right? Because they hit for 10 and they hit for 8. God, this... Oh. What? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. They had to have killed Padme here. We drew aggressive negotiations. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because what I would have done, I was thinking they were going to let like the spy token or Han live. We would have gotten in for 3 and then we would have aggressive negotiations in for the last point. But yeah, they should have killed off the Padme, which I guess, well, I don't actually know how this interaction works. I believe if the spy token and Queen Amidala are dealt damage at the exact same time, then the spy token's dead, so there's no official for us to defeat to keep Queen Amidala alive, right? Because remember, any damage dealt to this, you may defeat a friendly unit that shares a trait. So you'll have to defeat a unit in order to keep this alive. But I believe the spy token, and if they get hit at the same time, spy token dies, Queen Amidala has to, you know, trigger afterwards, and then but although it's damage if it would be dealt, so maybe it's beforehand and I can just defeat the spy token anyway. So maybe they are correct and you can't really kill Queen Amidala. Either way, the card's good. Next up, we've got a Grand Inquisitor yellow. Always interesting to see. Let's resource. Do I want to start with the 4-1 or do I want to start with a 3-2? I think it's really going to depend on what my opponent plays. They've got a strike ship. So I can play out the Republic Orc Starfighter and then they kill it and then hit me for 2. That seems bad. Let's go with Karis Nemec. They can ready it and then we'll claim. And we'll see what we've got as a follow-up. Blue Leader seems good. I'm just going to drop in a Blue Leader. Let's Blue Leader them. They got in 3 damage, which is always good. Got to keep 1, you know, aggression card in my hand so that I can ready up a spy token should I need it. Kill off their space unit if they try to deploy a unit. Okay, if they ready that up, we'll just kill it with Blue Leader next turn anyways, so not too big of a concern. Okay, they're gonna claim Poe Dameron's a good card as well. I might just have to deploy Poe Dameron, to be honest. I would like to deploy Queen Amidala, but I don't think it's going to be doable here. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be tough to deal with. Let's get in for 3. We need Poe Dameron now to knock out that unit. 3 indirect damage, huh? We'll just take 3. They'll deal 6 to us. They can deal 1 to Karis Nemec if they want to. We'll get in for 3. I mean, Poe Dameron... Oh, man, Darth Vader. Oh, they get to ready it up again. It's so brutal. They get to attack in. We'll deal 1. 2. And then they can deal 1 to Karis, 1 to Podameron. Man, the Darth Vader is so brutal. It's so brutal. Okay, we're going to claim. Can't have the TIE Bomber attack again. It's just too much for us to deal with. We'll resource the Cassian. I will attack. I will discard. Probably the Queen Amidala. Just too many actions at this point. And I will just discard these 2. Discard. We'll defeat an upgrade. Deal 2 damage to a unit. Kill off the TIE Bomber. And then we can play the Gorilla Attack, which is 6 damage. +3, +2. So it's not quite lethal. We're 1 point of damage short with the Gorilla Attack pod. Okay, let's get in for 3. They have Cantina Braggart. If they ready that up. Let's deploy Han. Do they just claim initiative? I mean, we have to kill Dryden, right? There's not an option here. It must be done. Yep, it must be done. Let's go ahead and play this. Kill off Dryden. Kill off Cantina Braggart. Then attack. We have to do this. I mean, I know I could have ECL'd out, I guess, Gorilla Attack, but we have to kill units just in case, you know, they have like a surprise strike. If they surprise strike there, that is 6-12. That is almost lethal right there. If they have aggressive negotiations, it's straight up. No, it's not, because they draw 2. Yeah, it's not lethal yet. What could have been lethal there? I don't know. There might have been something that they could have had. I guess, what's that one that you could have to exhaust a unit? But is that +3 or +4? I can't remember. Either way, we are so in the lead if we just kill all their units off, so it doesn't matter. No ECL usage yet because my opponents are just sitting back with their space units these days, but kind of dominant from that game. Darth Vader was a little bit scary, but Podameron came in clutch. Another day, another space matchup. Who would have guessed? That is a lot of wreckers. I'm going to mulligan. This is better, but not great. Dang. I can go Fleet Lieutenant, Sabine. I can just deploy Kazuda. We're going to go Sabine, Fleet Lieutenant. This is a race. This is a race. Got Cartel Turncoat. Blue Leader would be so good here. Do they have another 1-drop? Daring Raid. Wow, that ruins the Fleet Lieutenant game plan, huh? That ruins the... Ooh, we win the game. What a draw. I didn't expect them to go Daring Raid. I would have expected them to have double 1-drop, but this ends up working fantastically. Not only do we have to kill their unit and they can't attack, we get to live Blue Leader life, and it keeps us another card in hand for aggressive negotiations. So, ambush, kill Cartel Turncoat, draw a card. Absolutely great. Next turn, we can just drop in a Podameron, which is going to be fantastic. Ooh, multiple Podamerons, huh? I mean, I can't go aggressive negotiations. I don't want to, though. My opponent's going to deploy some pilots here, and then we're going to be able to... Let's see. Wow, wow, wow. They actually killed the Blue Leader? That's very surprising. I like Karis just because it can be an immediately rated up spy token, so that may be, you know, useful, may not be. What do they have? Never tell me the odds. Oh my gosh. Wait. They discarded 3. Oh my gosh. That's sick. Sure. I suppose they got me. Okay, let's play another Podameron. I'm a 1-track player here. Let's see what they got as a follow-up. Okay, let's claim. Ooh. They readied up a bunch of resources. What do they have to play afterwards? I mean, it's obnoxious, right? Oh my gosh, they had another Never Tell Me the Odds. What? That would have been so gross. It would have been so gross if that had actually killed. My goodness. Okay, let's go out and attack. We'll discard. We'll defeat and upgrade. Actually, I probably should have discarded both of them. Discard, defeat and upgrade, deal 2 damage to the Millennium Falcon. We'll play blue leader here, knock out the Wolfpack Escort. I did this because I figured my opponent would want to attack my base with the Millennium Falcon first, since I dealt 2 damage to the Millennium Falcon. They have Waylay, huh? That's pretty obnoxious. It's pretty obnoxious. They're getting there. They're getting there, huh? Waylay and Never Tell Me the Odds. That's a very interaction heavy deck on the opposing side of the battlefield. Okay, we're going to play Podameron. Swoop down? How are they ever winning this game? They are so focused on this Podameron. I think if they just hit the base, it would have been way better for them. Hard to say, I suppose, but dang, they are on one. They are on one. Let's just go ahead and play the Gorilla Attack Pod. I guess I'll ECL out the Battlefield Marine to kill it. Man, ECL not doing a whole lot. Maybe Sabine's Masterpiece has to come back in. I took it out because I was like, we gotta play some new cards. But you know what? Maybe we should bring it back in with all these space shenanigans running around. I don't know why I resourced the Caloran back. If they have an answer to both units, then I might have just. Well, they don't. They have Han, but you know, I should have kept it around regardless. I was just. I felt like the game was over. A very weird game. You know, Never Tell Me the Odds is a very interesting card. My opponent double Never Tell Me the Odds, Waylay, Daring Raid, Jam Communications, very interaction, swoop down, very interaction heavy deck for a Han deck, which, you know, it can do some work. I mean, it was close. I thought the game was going to be over because normally people aren't playing Waylays and things like that. But you know, we did get Tarkin Town turn 1. We did happen to get the Waylay. We did happen to get the Never Tell Me Odds, and we still fought through it. Granted, we had double Podameron, but they also had double Never Tell Me Odds, so I guess it worked out for us. All right. I'm going to mulligan this hand. I don't like this hand all that much. We do have a turn 1 play in Battlefield Marine and a turn 2 in Zutan Moj, but wow. I mean, that never should happen in this deck. That should never happen. No turn 1 play. What are the chances of that? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 turn 1 plays. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes I suppose that's what happens. I guess we'll see with what my opponent's got. We claim, I guess. Wow, that's so brutal. Sometimes, you know, sometimes. They'll heal up some damage on Grogu. I guess, yeah. Wow. Podameron ECL is going to be really good. So we'll see what they have. We're going to deal 2 damage to their base with the claim here. Not a great start by any means. Not a great start. They've got Owen, Lars, Ezra, Bridger. Okay. So what do I want to do here? I'm going to attack in for 4. And I guess we'll play Queen Amidala. This Grogu's doing some work. Owen's going to be able to heal up as well, which is going to be super obnoxious, but what can you do? Force Lightning. Okay? My opponent going off over there. Dang. Yeah, let's just go with blue leader, pay 2 resources, trigger, kill Ezra. Force Lightning. Wow. Owen is going to be super obnoxious here. Anakin. Yeah, it's probably GG. Not missing turn 1 play is just too bad. It's just too bad for us to deal with. Like, I can ECL out Poe, but I kill Anakin, but then Grogu just finishes it off. Like, it's just so bad. I don't really know if we have any sort of answers. Yeah. I mean, okay, guys. For your sake, I will ECL out Poe Dameron. Trigger ambush. I mean, what do I even kill? I guess I can't deal 2 damage to something. I have to kill Anakin. Because if I kill Han and deal 2 damage to something else, Grogu heals it and then kills Poe Dameron. All right. GG. It was so gross. No turn 1 plays so gross. And they had Force Lighting into Anakin, which was awesome. It was just so good for them. All right, into our next one up against our opponent here in Obi-Wan Yellow. Let's see what they decide to do. I'm going to ignore their units because I feel like we're going to be a little bit stronger than they are. They can put experience tokens down, right? Okay, that's really good. Vernestra is about as good as it gets, to be honest. Are they? They're ignoring my units. Okay, so we have ECL, which can do some really... I think that does kind of change what I want to do. Let's go ECL K2. Hit their base for 2. Kill Luke. They can Vernestra, kill Sabine. And we attack with X-Wing. If we do that, I think we're in a pretty good spot. What do I want to do here? I think we just claim. Not a great one. I don't like Obi-Wan being deployed. That's obnoxious. They're going to be able to put an experience token down, which is going to be pretty good for them. Cassian's useful. Let's get in with Sabine. They can deploy a force unit to get the Sentinel back up, which is going to be super good for them. And we can't really fight through that. Huh. Interesting situation we find ourselves in, huh? Let's play Sudden Ferocity over on the X-Wing, actually. I'm going to go with a different plan here. It's risky, but if my opponent deploys a force unit and gets a Sentinel up, it's probably game over. Let's see what they have. Do they like Jar Jar or something? Unveiled Might. Okay, so the way I was thinking is like if I attack with this X-Wing, I have lethal next turn. So my opponent needs to find something. Like they could take initiative and draw a surprise strike, which looks like what they're going to go for. We'll see if they end up having it. If they do, then it's a good game. If it's not, we kind of played to what I felt like would be the win. I technically could have deployed the Guerrilla attack pod, right? And gotten in for more damage. Problem with that is that they deployed his force unit, then they get a Sentinel, and we probably lose. Because what they do is they deploy a force unit, they just play Obi-Wan, they attack in for 3. We would have been at 21, and we have 2 cards that are lethal. So that would have been pretty rough. They have it or they don't. They have Surprise Strike or they don't. It's GG or it's not. Don't know what we're waiting for, to be honest. I mean, I guess they're trying to figure out a way out, but I don't see a way out besides, just winning the game straight up. Yeah, I mean, Command D can do whatever. It doesn't matter. They can shoot something. Doesn't really matter. Aggressive negotiations in for a million. GG. Close. Very close game. Very, very close game. Next up, we've got ourselves our old favorite Quinlan. Gotta love me some Quinlan, huh? Let's keep. I like this mainly because we have a is Ziton Moj or Kazuda better here? I think Ziton Moj is better. I like the Karis on turn 1 because they Tarkin Town. At least we get a spy token. So that's gonna be pretty decent. We can claim they can kill Karis if they want. Again, if they're using, wow, they actually use Tarkin Town. I mean, we are going to get a spy token, so like we technically have the same amount of power as they do. Poe Dameron coming in 4-5. I am very happy with how this game started because I mean, yeah, just very, very happy with how the game has gone so far. No Tarkin Town. I mean, they could have Poe Dameron very soon, right? I mean, here they can kind of choose K2 or Ziton Moj if they would like. What's better? I mean, I guess I'll play whatever they don't choose, right? And if they decide to hit the Ziton Moj with both units, then no worries. All right, Ziton Moj comes in. Honestly, Ziton Moj is, well, they're equivalent for the most part. K2 is technically 1 more damage because they're going to hit this with both units. But the way they're playing, they're going to kill it. They're going to hit it with both units. Wow. Who would have guessed? Yep. Who would have guessed, huh? Who would have guessed? Get in for 4. We've got a lot of options here. My opponent, I liked how it started. They could have Poe Dameron here. I have to do it. I have to deploy first to try and get the 3 damage so that I can try to get Guerrilla Attack. But if they have Poe Dameron, so be. Oh, they have Surprise Strike. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care about Surprise Strike. Let's go with Sabine. They are playing a very controlling game here, which is fine. Blue leader. I mean, we have ECL. If we draw Poe Dameron, if we draw Wrecker, I mean, Wrecker would be by far the best. By far the best. But yeah, we are just kind of ignoring them. Wrecker would be so good. It's going to hit for 6. Aggressive negotiations is pretty bad. Wow, that's like really bad. Well, it's not, I guess it's not horrible. So I have a choice. I can go K2, Guerrilla Talk Power, or Aggressive Negotiation. So I keep my entire hand here because I can ECL K2 to hit for 3. I can, wow, that's a lot of damage, huh? I mean, we have lethal with Aggressive Negotiation, so it's GG. Pretty cool. I was going to say, Aggressive Negotiations is not bad, but K2, ECL would have done the same thing. Saves me in action. I was thinking I could go Guerrilla Attack, I could go K2, SO, ECL. I was hoping to have another resource. I'm in my mind, I was like, man, I wish I had another resource, which is why Aggressive Negotiation is bad, but it's actually a fine card. Totally fine. Totally solid. Totally solid. Wrecker would have been the king there, but, it was not a bad pickup. I was exaggerating by far. But yeah, my opponent playing a very much more controlling game, especially with double hot shot and all that stuff, and it kind of didn't matter. We just hit their face. Alrighty, into the next game, and up against kind of an interesting matchup. We got Kira Red. Topple the Summit. It's going to be coming. It's going to be coming. We already know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. That said, we have a really good hand up against Tarkin Town. Turn 1 Sabine. Turn 2 Poe Dameron, which just creates a 4/5 in space. Right? I mean, that's the type of curve that you really want. And then we can go K2 into ECL Poe, which is going to be really nice. Lots of options here. Lots of options. Going to be tough to compete with that type of curve. But, Kira Red, if there's a deck that could do it, Kira, or a leader that could do it, Kira is one of those leaders, No Overwhelming Barrage that we have to worry about, which I like. Very much like. So we'll see what they have on turn 1. They've got HK, huh? Okay. Wrecker as well, huh? Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Do I want to attack base? I think I just ignore my opponent's units here. They can attack Sabine and then Tarkin Town it, but that gets rid of their Tarkin Town. I think I just attack base here. Shield token. Weird. I suppose. I mean, yeah, very weird. Because they can attack Sabine here, but like it ends up being the same. And I mean, I guess if they have no other use of resources, it's fine, right? There's the Tarkin Town, as we had expected. Blue leader, probably not going to be all that relevant, but I don't think Sabine is either. So we'll just get in for 4. We'll play K2SO. If they have Power of the Dark Side, so be it. We've already gotten in our damage, which I am happy for. There's a Power of the Dark Side. Who would have guessed that they were going to play Power of the Dark Side, guys? Who would I have suggested? I don't know if I would have thought that. That's crazy. Let's get in for 4. They've got High-Low Bond Enforcer, huh? We got Fleet Lieutenant. All right, let's just go ahead and get in for 4. Now I mean, they can go top of the summit, but it's pretty good for us, to be honest. So we just need to figure out a way. Wow, no glory is bad. That is a bad thing to see. Let's go ECL Poe, trigger ambush, hit, I suppose, the High-Low Bond Enforcer, discard a card, deal 2 damage to the silencer, draw a card. I was really hoping to ECL out Wrecker, but I was waiting for top of the summit, but they just go no glory to hit us for 3, so that's really good. I'll claim. If they want to deploy Kira and trade with my Poe, that's so many Wreckers. It's so many Wreckers. It's crazy. All right, let's discard a card. Let's discard a Wrecker. Deal 2 damage to the HK. I know I can deal 2 damage to the base here, but maybe I should have just deployed Han. They claimed initiative. Huh. They like topple the summit? I mean, if they have topple the summit, then Keller and Beck's going to be decent here. I don't need to resource anything. Aggressive negotiations plus Han attack is 6 damage. That's pretty nice. Kira with topple the summit doesn't kill off Keller and Beck. So we still win. Go for your topple the summit. Yep. We knew it was coming. GG. I was waiting for them to kind of set up that, but they really tried to set up that kind of curve. And so it was kind of very obvious, which is why I wasn't really deploying Han. I was like, don't give them the free value. I can just kind of wait this out. There's not really under a whole lot of pressure to do anything differently. I could have deployed Han sooner, maybe just get in some extra damage, but it didn't end up mattering at all. Yeah. The no glory was had to change up the strategy, right? Like I was thinking, oh, if I deploy Poe, they just deploy Kira and topple the summit, and that's actually pretty bad. Like if I just do that, that's kind of bad. If they get to attack with everything, they attack, deploy Kira, topple the summit, hit for 7, and that's tough, right? And then I ECL Wrecker, sure, but like it trades with Kira, or I defeat a resource and I don't get any damage in, like that's bad. Right, so we would be under a lot of pressure. If they got to attack in with multiple units, that would have been 3, 5, it would have been 4 damage. I mean, we would have been 2 damage away. So if they had like a daring raid or something, we would have lost. So that would have been bad. But when they went no glory, I was like, oh, this is kind of bad. But then I was like, wait, actually, it's pretty good because I have a free shot for Poe ECL now. So it ended up being totally fine. GG. Alrighty, so what did we learn with Han Green today? It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of cards in here that were extremely relevant. We did kind of do, the standard Han things. Aggressive Negotiation, though, did come in clutch in a couple of games. Ziton Moj, I've been kind of impressed with this card. You know, just randomly dealing 2 damage is pretty relevant. It's kind of like that K2SO type effect, where you get to play it and you still get to get a little bit of value from it. Queen Amidala did come in clutch a couple of those games. Karis, just getting that spy token. Again, just having a unit that leaves behind residual value. Even in like that one of the games against Quinlan where they target down Karis, which I didn't think they were going to do. Like, yes, we didn't get the attack in immediately with the spy token, but if that was any other unit, we would have missed out on 2 damage. Any other unit, we missed out on 2 damage. Like, that card has just been absolutely absurd. And then even Kazuda came in and did some work. No ramp decks, though, so we didn't get to see the 6-powered Kazuda on turn 3, or turn 2, but attacking on turn 3. But still, it was really good. Very, very solid. I definitely think you should probably take out Republic Oryx Starfighter or Fleet Lieutenant and just run Sabine's Masterpiece. I wanted to play with some of the newer cards and do something fun, but there's a lot of space decks around there, and Sabine's Masterpiece with ECL is just so good, especially if you have like a Battlefield Marine or something. Even if you have like a Sabine Wren on turn 1 and you're fighting against Vader, like you go Sabine Wren, ECL, Sabine's Masterpiece, kill 2 units, and then you're left with a 3-1 still behind that also can kill multiple units in the future. I mean, it completely wrecks their strategy. So Sabine's Masterpiece, slot it in, please. Don't be like me and try to not play the good cards because you've seen so much of them. I guess if I was doing that, maybe I should just take it out Wrecker and Poe too, huh? I wanted to play Republic Oryx Starfighter, okay? It did nothing, but I wanted to play it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all for the next one.